What a...
And g'day viewers, I'm Michael.
And I'm Janet. And welcome to this week's episode about the C word.
And that word is courage. And it underpins everything that is important in life.
Courage is a value and a virtue that is intrinsically built into us at birth.
Courage is loud and it's ballsy when required.
And it is graceful and totally silent when it needs to be.
So if you're ready to learn how to tune into encourage your courage and dial it up to determine a better outcome every day, listen up.
What a...
G'day, I'm Michael.
And I'm Janet. And welcome to this week's episode about the C word.
And what is that C word, I hear you ask? Well, that word is courage. And it underpins everything that is important in this life. Courage is a value and a virtue that is intrinsically built into us at birth. Courage is loud and ballsy when required, and it's graceful and totally silent when it needs to be.
In L. Frank Baum's classic book, The Wizard of Oz, we see the main characters seeking 4 pillars of self. A home, which is that sense of belonging and having a safe haven. A brain, the ability to tap into your magnificent mind, to think and think some more. A heart, to love and be loved. And courage, to rise up when faced with fear and adversity. This quote from the wizard to the cowardly lion sums it up. "You have plenty of courage, I am sure," answered Oz. "All you need is confidence in yourself. There is no living thing that is not afraid when it faces danger. The true courage is in facing danger when you are afraid, and that kind of courage you have in plenty. The fear that we feel is natural when faced with an unknown or dangerous situation, and so is the courage. It is natural as it is found in us all."
So we're going to give you some 5 simple steps to encourage courage. Step number 1, write out your fears. Writing down your fears on paper gets them out of your head, where they live in your imagination, and in front of you so that you can look objectively at them. And here's the thing with fears. If you do not acknowledge them, they grow. Step number 2, demystify your fears. Once you have your fear on paper, demystify them. And how do you do that? Well, you do that by deconstructing or reverse engineering them. So you'll find that your fears are often driven by the voice of your fragile ego. And what is that fragile ego? Well, it's that nagging little critic inside who likes to keep you from ever leaving your comfort zone of self-imposed limitations. So start with the fear in question and dig into why you feel this fear. What past memories are presenting around this fear? List them down. As you write each why down, you are unpacking the fear.
Number 3, self-talk matters. How you think and talk to yourself is key in tapping into your courage. Listen carefully to your thoughts and inner talk and press delete on those thoughts and the talk that is not serving you. I know sometimes there can be a lot of them. That fragile ego has a parade of negatives and can't do, be, haves, and as ifs on what feels like a never-ending loop. Well, it's now time to end that loop. Associate a physical movement. For example, put your forefinger and thumb together and give a quick squeeze while deleting the negative thought or statement. If your self-talk is, "I can't speak in this meeting, I'll make a fool of myself," delete this and replace it with, "I speak with clarity and offer valuable input." You need to practice this technique daily. The more you do it, the better you will become at it, and your outcomes will reflect the new thought direction. Number 4 is small steps. One of my sisters gave me a fridge magnet that reads, "Inch by inch, life's a cinch." Wise, wise words when you feel that things are too big to handle, like fears. If you have a fear, the best way through it is taking that first step. Even if your knees are trembling and your heart is racing, by taking the first step, you begin to build that courage muscle. Last year when we travelled in Ireland, I confronted one of my many fears by crossing the rope bridge at Carrick-a-Reed.
I think we both did.
Took in the fear of heights, bridges, and other things. Google this place if you get a chance to go and do it. It is so breathtaking. It was built in the 1700s by some salmon fishermen, a rope bridge connecting this tiny island where they had a cabin. And it's just, the vistas, like all of Ireland, are incredible. So I just encourage you to go. Anyway, back to the story. I didn't know how I was going to cross this bridge. On the hour walk there, I was convinced that I wasn't. I just thought I'll just go and look at the bridge and turn around. But I got there, and at the top of the sort of area where you climb this very steep stairs down, you descend down to get to this rope bridge, and I was just standing there and I'm thinking, I can't do this. But I was watching the bridge, and out there was a lady who was with her grandchild. And I watched them cross the bridge and I thought, if they can do it, so can I. So with my knees shaking, I made it down the steep stairs. I took a deep breath. I held my head up and I took that first step. And then the second, and then the third. And somehow I made it across to the island. The ocean and the surrounding landscape was so incredible that I stood over there and took it in for a while. And then I turned around and I flexed my courage muscle once more to face that bridge. It's a great feeling.
Mm-hmm. Sure was. I was just as scared as you were, but just not
you
letting you know.
Verbalising it. All right. Go on with number 5. Pass, you like this one.
Step number 5. This is one of my favourites. Create a fuck it list. No, not a bucket list, a fuck it list. So as well as your bucket list, we encourage you to make a list of all your fears and call it your fuck it list. As you work through your fears, you can cross them off your list. This is empowering and teaches your fragile ego that it is not the boss. You and your strong ego, your mindful, powerful self, is boss. So let's talk about courage and friendships. Courage is an essential ingredient for strong and lasting friendships. It takes courage to establish meaningful relationships with others, maintain them over time, and navigate the inevitable challenges that arise in any friendship. So let's talk about some reasons why having courage in friendships is crucial. Firstly, it's about building trust. Trust is the foundation of any healthy friendship, and having the courage to be vulnerable and open up to others allows you to establish trust and build deeper connections with your friends. Another one is resolving conflicts. Every friendship will experience some conflicts from time to time, and having the courage to address these conflicts openly and honestly can help you and your friends resolve issues and strengthen your relationships. Then there's supporting each other. True friends are there for each other in good times and bad. And having the courage to support your friends during difficult times show that you value and care for them. It's also about being yourself. Being true to yourself is essential for healthy friendships. Having the courage to be yourself and express your opinions, interests, and values can help you attract friends who accept and appreciate you for who you are. And lastly, letting go of toxic friendships. Sometimes friendships just become toxic or unhealthy. And having the courage to recognise when a friendship is no longer serving you and taking steps to let go can be difficult, but necessary for your well-being. Jenny, what about courage in relationships?
Yes, Mitch. Well, like friendships, courage is also an essential quality in relationships. It takes courage to be vulnerable, honest, and authentic with your partner. It also takes courage to face the challenges that arise in any relationship and to work through them. Like friendships, it's about building trust, resolving conflicts, supporting each other, and also if you're in a toxic relationship, get out and look after yourself. It's also about expressing yourself by being true to yourself, which is essential. Having the courage to express your opinions, needs, and desires help you and your partner understand each other better, and it creates a more fulfilling relationship. It's also about taking risks. Relationships and life requires taking risks. I think we spoke last week in a session about risky business. Mm-hmm. Sharing your feelings, making commitments, having the courage to take these risks leads to a greater intimacy and a more meaningful relationship. By being courageous, we establish deeper connections with everybody in our life, and that makes for a better life for all. What about courage in the workplace, Mitch?
Yes, Jenny. Courage in the workplace is an essential quality that enables employees to face challenges, take calculated risks, and make tough decisions. Courageous employees demonstrate resilience and determination in the face of uncertainty, adversity, and change. And they're willing to speak up, challenge the status quo, and take a stand for what they believe in, even if it's not the popular or easy thing to do. In the workplace, it can manifest in various forms, such as speaking up. This is a really important thing. Employees who have the courage to speak up when they see something that's wrong or when they have a new idea that could benefit the organisation are highly valued. By doing so, they can highlight problems, offer solutions, and contribute to positive change. We've talked about this in other ones, taking ownership and accountability and responsibility, which we call our oars. So taking your oars for your actions, decisions, and mistakes requires courage. It involves admitting when you're wrong, apologising, and taking steps to rectify the situation. It's also about innovating, developing new products, services, and processes. And we talked about being risky business again. These can be risky, but they can also lead to significant rewards. Employees who have the courage to innovate and think outside the box can help their company stay ahead of the competition. It's about embracing change because, change can be scary and it often requires employees to step outside their comfort zones. However, those who have the courage to embrace change and adapt to new situations really can help their company grow and thrive, and their careers. And standing up for what's right. In some cases, employees may face ethical dilemmas that require them to take a stand for what they believe in, even if it means going against colleagues or superiors. So having the courage to do so really can help maintain their integrity and their reputation of the business.
Overall, in the workplace and in life, courage is that essential quality that can help you succeed. It'll help you face challenges, take risks, make tough decisions, and ultimately lead to personal and professional growth and satisfaction. So remember the 5 steps to encourage courage and work on your courage muscle as often as you can. Your life, your family, your relationships, your work, and your colleagues will thank you. And you will have that wonderful afterglow of being courageous. Until next time, love and blessings.
See ya.
Thanks for watching this video, and we hope that you got a lot out of it. We would love it, be grateful and appreciative if you would take the time to like this video, comment if you feel inclined, and share with any friends that you think would benefit from this. We are constantly creating new great content, so also remember to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the awesome material that we have coming up. See you soon.